Well, still in Mali, the dramatic development comes after several months of regular demonstrations calling for Keita to step down from power 3 years before his final term was due to end. The mutinying soldiers had marched in the capital, Bamako, where they were cheered by crowds who had gathered to demand Keita's resignation. There had been anger amongst troops about pay and over continuing conflict with jihadists, while the wider citizens were angry over corruption, the mismanagement of the economy, and the rise of communal violence in areas of the country. This prompted several large protests in recent months, with a new opposition coalition led by conservative Imam Mahmoud Dicko calling for the reforms after rejecting concessions from Mr. Keita, including the formation of a unity government.
And the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, has suspended Mali from the organization over the ousting of President Ibrahim Boubacar Keita. In a statement, ECOWAS asked all of its members to close land and air borders to Mali. It said sanctions will be meted out against, and in quotes, all the putains and their partners and collaborators. And for more on this story now, we're now being joined by a former World Bank consultant and Bamako resident and also an eyewitness to the Mali insurrection, AMINATA HAGGAE. Many thanks for joining us on NEWSDAY today. Andy, over to you.
All right. Glad to have you join us. Apparently, the president was forced to resign. The question will be, what next? Is there going to be a unity government, maybe a government between the civilians and the soldiers, or what really is going to happen next?
Hello? Can you hear me?
I can hear you clearly. Can you hear me?
Exactly. Basically, what we have here is the soldiers are trying to consult with civil society and see if they can put a civil president instead of them taking power. They want to put a civil as a president. So they are on talking right now. It's ongoing meeting. We have nothing for clear at this moment.
All right, Aminata, talk to us. What's the mood like? We are seeing some pictures of Bamako, but talk to us. How has it been like for the people? What are they saying about the ousting of President Keita?
People it's like they have been free of everything that we have been going through for the past 7 years. His fifth year was okay, but the last 2 years, it was really chaotic in Mali. Nothing is working. No school, no medical facility, no security, nothing. School especially has been this year, outside the COVID-19, children has not been going to school. The public school has been shut down for the past 2 years. So nothing in this country is working. No jobs, no nothing. So people are very happy. They have been on the road celebrating. I could hear my neighbor last night clapping, chanting, saying "Boyabla," meaning "Boy, let it go," because there were saying lately that he's gonna leave. Boy is gonna leave the power, and Boy was Boy was like, "I'm not gonna leave it." So finally, everybody is like, "Boy left the power. Boy left it finally."
And I mean, that's happy. I mean, as a Bamako resident yourself, did this come as a surprise to you? The M5 are describing this and saying that this is not or was not a military coup, but popular insurrection. Would you say that that is the general mood across Mali today?
Absolutely, absolutely. That was because the movement has to struggle the military to do something, because the civilian couldn't do nothing. Whenever they go out, they gas them, they chase them, they lock them up. So I believe the military finally saw that they had to step in to do something. They decided to let go of the power and then fight for the people. And that's what they did, and that's why the people are happy.
I mean, let's discuss the question of destruction of government institutions there. I mean, we saw people on video destroying offices, places burning. That's not the solution to the problem. Has anybody, you know what, anybody has been arrested? What's the state now?
At at this point, no one has been arrested for that. Unfortunately, things like that happen. And I saw it myself last night when I was coming back from the coverage I sent you last night. I saw not only the civilian, but actually police officers breaking into gas station stores, looting stuff. So unfortunately, these things happen when we have an insecure situation in a country.
All right, Aminata, looking at it, a lot of people there, you said there is renewed hope for the people, but do you think the next person that will come in will be able to solve all the problems of Mali almost immediately? Or what are you people expecting at this time around from a new government?
What we are expecting, people are skeptical because this has been how many presidents, when they come to power, they tend to forget the people. We want change, we are hoping for change, but at this point, people don't trust no one. We want to wait and see them at work. That's what everybody is waiting for. They don't have no one at this point that we trust. We are all waiting to see the next president, what he's gonna do. And then we will see.
And just before we go, Aminata, we just have about a minute left. I mean, ECOWAS have condemned this. The international community have condemned this. In fact, ECOWAS have asked that all land and air borders to Mali are shut off. How do you see this transpiring, the relationship between Mali now and neighboring nations?
Basically, you know, the ECOWAS, people are very angry at them because we see them, people see them actually as an organization to keep the president in power, not to help the people. Because the people has been crying for so long, we have been in insecure situation for a long time, they didn't do nothing. So basically, I can tell you today, even if they try to come to Mali, the people will just chase them away with stones.
Well, many thanks to you, Aminata. We hope that peace actually reigns in Mali. We'll also be watching the developing stories.